What's going on, guys? Welcome to Inside the Horseshoe. My name is Matt, and should the Colts draft Brock Bowers? I'm going to give you guys my thoughts in just a minute, but before I do, if you're new, if you haven't already, I would greatly appreciate if you would click that subscribe button. Also, click the bell icon. That way, you're notified when I upload a video or when I go live. If you like this video, smack the like button. Leave your thoughts in the comments down below. And if you have a Twitter, make sure you follow me on Twitter at horseshoe_pod. There is a link in the description down below. So a lot of Colts fans really want Brock Bowers, and that's understandable. Brock Bowers, when it comes to tight ends, is a unicorn. He's basically a wide receiver that plays tight end. He does everything really, really good and exactly how you would want him to. Great hands, really good route runner. He is shifty too, and he's also a really good blocker. He's improved on that from the past couple seasons. So he does everything you would want him to do and what you would want a tight end to do exactly how you want them to do it, right? And look, there's a chance that he could be available at 15. When you look at who is in the top 10, which is, I think, where a lot of people expected him to go, there's really not a team in that top 10 that needs a tight end. The only one that I think needs a tight end is the Jets. I think if he's not taken by the Jets, there's a really good chance he falls to 15. And for the longest time, I, along with many other people, thought he would go to LA and play for the Chargers, right? However, the Chargers need receivers, and I think they're going to take Malik Neighbors over Brock Bowers. So I don't see him going to the Giants. He's not going to go to the Titans. He's not going to the Falcons. And he's not going to go to the Bears, which would lead him to the Jets, right? And again, if the Jets pass, he's probably going to fall to 15. Now, statistically, this past season, it was his worst year yet. 56 catches, which is tied for the least amount of catches that he had in a season with his freshman year. Had 714 yards, averaged 12.8 yards per catch, and 6 touchdowns. Not terrible numbers at all, but yards, average yards per catch, and touchdowns, he had less than in any other year, right? And look, I don't blame that all on him. I blame that on quarterback play, especially early on in the year. You had Carson Beck, who was just starting. Obviously, Stetson Bennett played in 2021-22, so Carson Beck didn't start in any games. So it took him a little bit to kind of get used to everything, and of course, by the end of the year, he looks good. So I don't really blame the stats being down on Brock Bowers, but they were down compared to other years. Again, he's an absolute unicorn. So with that being said, would I draft Brock Bowers if I was the Colts? And again, a lot of Colts fans, they want Brock Bowers. They love the idea of Brock Bowers. Understandable. But in all honesty, I would pass. And again, I could see a lot of Colts fans not being happy with that, especially if he's available. I think they'd be upset if they went somewhere else. But in all honesty, I would go with an edge rusher or I would go with a corner over Brock Bowers. I think we're good at tight end, right? I think we're perfectly fine. We got Jelani Woods. I want to see what he can do this upcoming season. I think he has so much potential. But not only do you have him, you have Kylan Granson, who is a good route runner. He's a good, solid tight end. You also have Will Mallory, who played pretty good for his rookie year, but they still have Mo Alley Cox as well. So I don't think they need a tight end. And then also, wide receiver is not really the biggest concern I have with this team. Michael Pittman proved that he's a number one receiver. Josh Downs had a really good rookie year. I expect him to be very good this upcoming season with Richardson back. And then Alec Pierce, I expect him to have a big year with Richardson. I think Richardson is going to get him the ball a lot more than what Gardner Minshew did. And then also Doolin's coming back next year. And look, this receiver class is so stacked that they could probably just get the receiver in the second round and be perfectly fine. So I don't think they need help with pass catchers. I think they need defense. That's what I think they need to do in the first round. Now, am I going to be upset if they draft Brock Bowers? No, of course not. He's a very good player. Yeah, I'm going to be like, I wish we would have went defense, but we got a dynamic offensive player. I'm not going to complain about that. I'm never going to complain about that. But if it was up to me and I was at 15, I would go edge rusher or I would go corner. That's what I would go with personally. And then I would go pass catcher in the second round. If he's available in like the 20s, I'll trade up and take Brock Bowers. However, with the 15th pick, I'm going defense. So, no, I would not draft Brock Bowers. However, do I think the Colts will take Brock Bowers? If Brock Bowers is available at 15, they 1000% will take Brock Bowers. 1000%. They will take him over any other receiver or any defensive player. Chris Ballard, I think, is in love with the idea of adding Brock Bowers to this offense because he knows that Shane Steichen is going to develop some really just fun plays involving Brock Bowers. So if Brock Bowers is at 15, I fully expect them to take Bowers at 15. But that's going to do it, guys. Thank you very much for watching. If you're new, if you haven't already, I would greatly appreciate if you would click that subscribe button. Also, click the bell icon. That way you're notified when I upload a video or when I go live. If you like this video, smack the like button. Leave your thoughts and comments down below. And if you have Twitter, make sure you follow me on Twitter, horseshoe_pod. There's a link in the description down below. Thank you very much for watching. I've been Matt, Bleed Blue, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you like it, make sure you watch one of these other two videos. They're cool. Also, if you're new, please click the subscribe button as well as the bell icon. I greatly appreciate your support.